From seeing Anaya's countless fights and menacing judgments,
Jada's my girl, but I'm pissed. He's starting to get a little pissed off. Like, it's embarrassing that he had to call Jada in there. You know how that makes us look? I don't like baking.
that everyone's screwing up the scallops a gazillion times in the service station.
That one's raw.
I know. I mean, no. No, don't say yes, chef. Touch them. I do not get it. Start the table again. Cold in the center. Back in the pan.
Yes,
Come
chef.
on. Let's go, please, Chris.
Walking scallops.
We had the same silly mistakes in the red kitchen. Get a grip. Let's go.
In these episodes, Ramsay gives up on his chefs and wildly cusses out all of them in disappointment.
Jada.
Yes, chef.
Come here a minute.
Yes, chef.
I know,
Yes, chef.
but I'm getting overcooked scallops.
Yes, chef.
Can you go in there and have a word with them? I've got no idea what the is going on. Every station tonight has absolutely let me down.
Starting off, Ramsay sends a chill Mexican band to herd all the chefs from their dorm to the kitchen. While maintaining his calm during the first challenge, Ramsay announces that today's cuisine will be Mexican.
You'll be cooking Mexican.
The show uses its very little budget to build an avocado the size of a giant table, where one member of both the red and blue teams gets in and hammers some avocados to score the ingredients they want for their dishes. Quickly before that, Ramsay sends Jada to Team Blue to even out the chefs. Cara Marie gets paired up with Anthony, who is a literal child. When Anthony gets the ingredients wrong, Cara does her classic nostril flare and passes a misandrist remark about how men should not be put in charge of shopping for groceries. Once everyone has selected their ingredients, they return to the kitchen to cook their dishes within 30 minutes under the supervision of Jordan and Michelle. Two members from each team are supposed to cook the same protein so they can compete against each other later. Surprisingly, there is no beef in the kitchen in the beginning. Ramsay calls in a bougie Mexican chef, who has been featured in the Times 100 Most Influential Chefs, to score the chefs. One by one, the members with the same dishes come forward.
I think this time the point is going to go to John.
The Mexican lady with the sore voice judges everyone's dishes to the point and gives them fair scores. Jada's miraculous presence on the boys' team finally gets them the win after a long streak of defeats.
I am going to give it to the blue team.
Wow.
Jada feels proud of herself and makes some remarks about herself in the monologue, which makes everyone think she's cocky. Up next, Jada and the men are rewarded with a pool party, where Jada genuinely thrives among the nonchalant men.
What do you guys think the red team's doing right now? Getting corn?
In contrast, the women stay back in the kitchen to make tortillas from scratch, which gets Anaya all worked up.
Like, my arms just are definitely going to need rest.
At night, Ramsay opens up the station, where the chefs cook for the customers. Everyone gets on their toes to give their best, whereas Anaya acts bossy around everyone and remains confident that she can do nothing wrong. Sydney messes up the garnishes once again out of nervousness, and probably her PTSD from previous episodes.
Man, these are under still.
Not only does she mess up the garnish, but she also messes up the scallops by leaving them raw in the middle. Ramsay takes note of them before they are served to the customers and sends them back to be cooked properly. Chris, Henry, and John Pork also mess up big time on the meat station, which ticks Ramsay off to the point where he overspills like lava and starts cussing them out.
Pork is raw. It's not even pink. And you can't even cook me a pork chop with
Things get worse for Team Red when Ramsay constantly picks Jada to supervise them with the scallops since they keep getting them wrong. Anaya is so used to the spotlight that she starts cussing in the middle of everything and refuses to let someone else take the lead.
Send her over here, you better listen to her ass. Like, this is embarrassing. Like, what the
It's over 90 minutes into dinner service, and Chef Ramsay has once again called the struggling red team to the pass.
Get out of here.
Ramsay gets fed up and sends the women back to their dorm. He expects more from men,
Come on, guys.
but they turn out to be worse than the women. John Pork constantly messes up the fries, which is basically a side dish that no one has ever imagined anyone screwing up. Ramsay saves the service station from humiliation by constantly checking all the meats before they're served.
That was brutal. There's no winning team. Get back to the dorm.
Once the guests leave with satisfaction, Ramsay scolds both teams and gives them the time to select 2 nominees from each team to be eliminated, whereas the red team faces hostility at the whim of Anaya.
literally garnish tank tonight.
The men calmly pick their nominees. Henry, who constantly messes up his pork, selflessly nominates himself, as he thinks he deserves it. When the chefs are called back to the kitchen, Team Red nominates Alexandra and Sydney for constantly overcooking and undercooking the scallops, which drew Team Red behind in the service station.
Our first nominee is going to be John, chef.
The men push forward Henry and John Pork for messing up the fries and pork.
Our second nominee is going to be Henry.
All 4 of the nominees justify their mistakes and swear to do better upon being given a second chance, but Ramsay humbles them by pointing out their flaws.
I want to win your confidence back, chef. It'll never happen again. And if it does, let me go right then.
Alexandra confidently begs for a second chance, claiming that if she gets nominated once again, she will eliminate herself willingly. Under fair judgment, Ramsay eliminates John Pork because what kind of professional chef messes up fries? Episode 8 opens with the most embarrassing accusation made by Anaya, who assumes that men are urinating on the bathroom floor.
Now I'm triggered.
Chris, a man of modern times, takes offense at Anaya's gender bias and explains that anyone can be the culprit, regardless of gender. Everyone sets this aside when Ramsay calls them into the kitchen. This time, he does some theatrics to reveal 2 racing cars, in which each member will get to sit and decipher their ingredients from the number plates that will be encoded as numbers. The one who will make the right guess will be given the chance to either use those ingredients for their dishes or throw them at the other team's dishes. First up, Anaya is put against Henry, who surprisingly turns out to be an ex-militant. Given his experience in the military, he easily deciphers all the ingredients, which has Ramsay shocked.
Anaya is too cocky for her own good.
All the women roll their eyes at Anaya, who, in her arrogance, always pretends to be better and above the others. As the game goes on, men decipher most ingredients. Each team keeps the good ones to themselves and throws out the bad ones on one another.
In today's challenge, each chef must create a show-stopping dish using one of 3 proteins and the ingredients assigned to it on their team's board.
Once the ingredients are selected, the chefs are sent back to the kitchen for the challenge.
Let's crush this. Let's crush it.
Sydney and Henry truly reflect on their previous mistake and give their best, whereas Anaya rides her high horse and compliments her dish for being a little too salty. Before the taste testing, Ramsay asks the women to drop 1 dish since they are outnumbering the men's team by 1.
I'm cutting my lamb chop. I see that it's raw.
Oh, no way. What the
I'm not serving a raw lamb chop.
Lisa, who struggles with low self-esteem, immediately pulls her dish out, claiming that she didn't do a good job.
I think it might be like a tad salty. Really, I like that. Damn,
Good
it might
job.
be a salty.
When it comes to the taste testing, Ramsay hates Anaya's dish of all the other dishes. He even calls her to taste her sauce, but she still doesn't admit that she screwed up. At last, Ramsay tastes Lisa's dish and lets her know that it was so much better than Anaya's, and that she shouldn't have pulled hers out.
It's delicious.
At last, Ramsay scores the dishes. Men win again with Jada as their lucky charm. This time, the men and Jada are rewarded with an evening at a private golf club, whereas the women are punished with the task of cleaning men's golf carts and picking up the golf balls in the field. While Jada and the men enjoy riding golf carts, the women come out in their labor uniforms to clean the muddy carts. A punisher is appointed over their heads, who mocks their failures to provoke them deliberately.
Pick up golf balls and carry buckets.
It's never ending.
The girls don't take it well and cuss him out, whereas Jada bonds with men.
The golf balls behind me, pick them up by hand in the buckets.
The girls are later sent into the field to pick up the balls, but the punisher tosses them back into the field.
We be done.
That's not how we speak. That's not how we do.
With most women being old, they take a break and sit in the middle of the field like gazing cows.
Stop being lazy. Your car.
The men and Jada mock them once again, which gets them worked up. The following evening, Ramsay calls all the chefs into the kitchen on an urgent notice, only to reveal that he's closing the service station to get a personal challenge going on.
The competition will continue. Tonight, the 4 chefs who have scored the lowest in challenges will now be cooking for their life.
In accordance with his individual assessment, he pits the 4 chefs with the lowest scores against each other in order to find out the rookie for elimination. He picks Cara Marie, Jaden, Chris, and Ellie to compete against one another and sends the rest of the chefs back to their dorm, from where they watch the competition on screen and get to make personal judgments.
4, 3, 2, 1. Good, well done.
Once the 4 contestants whip up their dishes, Ramsay tastes them personally.
The cook is beautiful. And you do nothing by half measures, do you? Interesting.
This time, he eliminates Cara Marie for her mushy potatoes. She finds the decision fair and leaves the set with pride.
Halibut's cooked beautifully.
On the contrary, Chris and the others return to the dorm. Surprisingly, Anaya is seen happier than anyone else upon Chris's return.